London. At a construction site, two workers break through stone and uncover a sealed chamber lost for centuries. Inside, they find a catacomb, a burial ground littered with skulls and decayed remains. But the silence is short-lived. From the shadows, two corpses rise, their flesh rotting, their eyes empty, driven only by hunger. The workers don't stand a chance. The nightmare begins. Cut to our two heroes, Terry and Andy, who are brothers. They're helping out a bit at the grandpa's retirement home. One day, some construction company guys put up a board in front of the retirement home. Grandpa goes ballistic, yelling and screaming. The brothers show up, greet him, and ask why he's yelling outside at his age. Grandpa snaps back that he's still young, not old, and asks what they brought. They tell him it's food. They head inside and feed all the seniors. Outside, Grandpa kicks the construction company's sign before coming in. The construction company's engineer shows up and says they're going to tear the building down with permission. Grandpa tells him he can't do that, explaining it's home to many seniors and retired staff. But the engineer says the government gave them permission to demolish it, and they're going to do it. He suggests they can buy the place if they want. Grandpa's lost in thought, fuming, and tells the engineer to get out. Meanwhile, Terry and Andy, having served the food, are sitting in their car. They see the engineer standing outside and start discussing how to deal with this mess. Then they drive off. We're shown the construction site from earlier, and it looks like a total graveyard. The police have sealed off the area. Terry and Andy park their car nearby and then drive off in a van. On the way, they pick up their best friend Dave, who's got a great plan. They also grab their cousin Katy. Finally, they pick up one more guy everyone calls Mental Mickey. He was badly hurt in the Iraq War and has a metal plate in his head. He pulls out some guns from a container and hands a few to Terry and Andy's crew, but keeps a huge, unique shotgun for himself. They all take off to rob a bank. Once they get there, Dave explains the plan. They'll dress like construction company staff, go into the bank pretending to get a loan, and then threaten people with guns. But he makes it clear, no shooting, no matter what, or they're all dead. They understand the plan, disguise themselves, and go into the bank. It's not very crowded, just 2 or 3 people. Terry's crew stands there wondering who to talk to. The bank manager comes over and asks if the construction company manager sent them. She invites them inside. Then she asks for the form their manager gave them. Terry's crew gets flustered, and it's obvious on their faces. The manager realizes something's fishy, opens a desk drawer, and presses an emergency button. Mickey then tells the manager they don't have any form like that. He suddenly pulls out his shotgun and points it at her. The manager is terrified. They ask her where the vault is. She takes them to the vault and says there's only £2 million in there. Figuring that's enough, they grab all the cash. As they come out of the bank, they see a full police force outside. They're shocked, wondering when the manager hit that emergency button. They drop the money bags and start putting their hands up to surrender. Suddenly, Mickey pulls out his shotgun and starts blasting away at the cops. The police fall back a bit. Terry's crew ducks back inside the bank. Inside, they try various plans to get out, but nothing works. There are only 2 other people in the bank, a lawyer, Clive, and a woman named Emma. Mickey takes both of them outside at gunpoint. He thinks that if he takes them with him, the cops won't shoot. But when he goes outside with them, he sees there are no police at all, just their cars. It looks like the cops have been bitten, and they're crawling around covered in blood. Everyone is stunned to see blood-soaked police crawling all over the street. Katy suggests they've all turned into zombies. They don't believe it at first, but then all the zombies start coming toward them. Now they believe it, and they jump into the van to save themselves. But a woman who's been bitten by a zombie begs them to save her. They pull the woman into the van and drive off. On the way, the woman slowly turns into a zombie and tries to bite them. Mickey shoots her with his shotgun, and she falls out of the van. Everyone realizes that if a zombie bites you, you turn into one too. They drive straight to Terry and Andy's old factory and park the van. Dave goes to close the main gate, and a zombie walks very close to him, scaring him off. He comments that zombies walk really slow. Mickey runs up and shoots the zombie's arms and legs. He turns to his friends and asks what kind of joke this is. The zombie then bites Mickey's hand. Seeing this, Katy grabs Mickey's shotgun and shoots the zombie. The zombie falls, but its whole set of teeth is stuck in Mickey's hand. He calmly walks into the factory with it and tells the rest of his crew what happened. Meanwhile, at the retirement home, all the seniors are enjoying music and snacks. It looks like a fun party. Then, some people who've turned into zombies start breaking in. They even bite a few of the seniors. Somehow, Grandpa manages to take the other seniors with him and hide in the kitchen. They lock all the doors. Inside, everyone's discussing why these people are biting each other. Grandpa tells them they're all zombies, and if they bite them, they'll turn into zombies too. He knows 4 people were bitten by zombies, but he asks if anyone here was bitten, Everyone says they're safe inside, but then someone mentions an old man sleeping outside. Grandpa opens the window and sees an old man sleeping in a chair outside. Grandpa tries to signal him to come in. After a while, the old man wakes up. Grandpa sees that the old man is surrounded by zombies. Grandpa tries hard to call him, but the old man indicates he can't understand anything and can't hear anything, asking him to speak louder. Grandpa yells. Just then, a zombie comes up behind the old man. Grandpa tells him again, saying there's a zombie behind him. The poor old man doesn't understand and says he'll come. He then gets up and starts walking with his walker. The zombies are chasing him. He indicates he wants to see the zombies and turns around to see a zombie coming after him, but it's walking very slowly. Seeing that, the old man starts walking a bit faster. Grandpa's only thought is that they have to save this old man somehow. He goes into the kitchen. He tells an old man in a wheelchair to get up and tells everyone to grab anything they can. He says there are a lot of zombies outside and they could reach their door any minute. He tells them they all have to fight together to save their friend. All the seniors agree and grab something to attack the zombies with. Then Grandpa opens the door. Riding in the wheelchair, he plows through the zombies coming at them. He keeps going until he reaches their old friend and tells him to get in the wheelchair. Once he's in, Grandpa starts taking him inside. The old man picks up his walker and uses it to injure the approaching zombies. That's how Grandpa and his team save the old man, and they all go into the kitchen. Then they lock all the doors and windows, making sure they're safe. Back at Terry's factory, he's discussing with his crew how to get rid of the police in their robbery case. The lawyer they kidnapped from the bank says he'll definitely tell the police about the robbery. Terry and Andy stand there with their guns, threatening to shoot both the lawyer and Emma, but they can't bring themselves to do it. Mickey isn't as soft-hearted as them. He's ready to blow both of them away with his shotgun. But Terry stops him and tells him that he's going to turn into a zombie soon anyway, so he should hand over all the money and get lost. Mickey gets mad and indicates he thinks they want his share of the money. He snatches the car keys and puts them in his pocket. He challenges them to see how they'll leave now, taking Emma and the lawyer to the other side and tying them to chairs. After all that hard work, he casually goes to sleep. A little while later, Emma and the lawyer see Mickey turning into a zombie in his sleep. They start screaming. The brothers hear the noise and come over, shooting Mickey directly in the head. The first bullet bounces off his head. The second bullet also hits his head, sparking. Then they remember that he has a metal plate in his head. They think about it and remember that Mickey gave them some grenades when he gave them the weapons. They take one of the grenades, stuff it in his mouth, and run away. The grenade explodes and so does Mickey. Just then, the lawyer picks up Mickey's shotgun and threatens Terry's crew at gunpoint, saying he'll hand them all over to the police. Seeing his crazy behavior, they tell him that everyone's messed up here and he's acting insane. At that moment, 3 or 4 zombies come in and start biting the lawyer's hand. In the chaos, the lawyer accidentally pulls the trigger and the bullet rips through their best friend Dave's chest. Everyone rushes to him and he dies right in front of their eyes, struggling. They discuss what to do next. They decide to give Emma a gun. Now everyone has a gun, but they're low on bullets. Their shotgun is also stuck with the zombies. Thinking they can't stay here much longer, they all go outside and move the money from the van into one of their cars. Then they realize the car keys aren't there. What now? They remember Mickey took the keys. Terry runs back inside and somehow finds Mickey's corpse. He pulls the car keys out of Mickey's pant pocket. But by the time he brings the keys, Katy has already hot-wired the car. The car starts. She proves she's a capable thief. Then they're driving around in the car, street after street. Emma says she wants to see her sister. They go to her sister's house. They find out her poor sister has also turned into a zombie. Emma's eyes fill with tears and she begs her friends not to shoot her. She then gets back in the car with the others. In the car, Andy says it seems like everyone at the retirement home has probably turned into zombies too. He says there's no point in going there now and that they robbed the bank for nothing. Terry tells him they should be positive. Emma also cheers him up, saying that since they came all this way for her sister, she'll definitely stand by them. They discuss that they'll definitely go there, but they don't have any guns. How will they fight zombies there? Then they go to the place where Mickey got the weapons from, inside a container. When they look inside the container, it looks like a gun factory warehouse. They figure Mickey must have stolen all those guns while in the army, which is why he got discharged. Even so, they grab bags full of guns and put them in their car. Then they start thinking about how they'll get the seniors out of the retirement home. That's when they spot a double-decker bus in London. Then they all drive the bus to the retirement home. They tell Emma to drive the bus around the area while they rescue the seniors from the retirement home. So Emma drives the bus around the area. Terry and his crew open the door above the kitchen in the retirement home. As soon as they open it, Terry's grandpa is there. Grandpa is overjoyed to see his grandson and indicates his happiness that they are still alive, urging them to come inside quickly. Once inside, They tell Grandpa they need to escape from there as soon as possible. Then they tell Grandpa their plan. When they open their bags and show their guns, Grandpa and his friends are super happy. They give a gun to each person. After that, Andy takes 3 grenades and tapes them together one by one. Then he opens the hall shutter and throws them outside. Within 3 seconds, the grenades explode. In that same spot, almost half of the retirement home is turned to dust. Meanwhile, Terry, Katy, Andy, Grandpa, and all their friends come out and start shooting zombies like it's a video game. Afterward, they get into the bus and drive away. On the way, Grandpa sees Emma and asks who she is, saying he's never seen her with them before. Emma replies that she just met them for the first time today when they came to rob the bank. Grandpa is totally shocked and asks if they robbed a bank and who she's talking about. Then Terry says that they had to rob the bank to save his retirement home. Grandpa asks how much they stole. When he finds out his grandson stole £2 million, he gets a bit emotional and asks why they did that. But inside, he's super happy because his grandsons took such a risk to save the retirement home. Grandpa blesses them, saying they risked their lives to save the old folks and wishing them long life, but warns them not to cause such a robbery again. Everyone says they'll never do it again. As they're all talking in the bus, it suddenly stops and smoke starts coming from the engine. Everyone concludes that this old bus isn't going anywhere. Then an old woman with them says there's a river nearby. Hearing this, everyone gets happy and gets off the bus, walking towards the river. But on the way, many zombies cause them a lot of trouble. Terry's team and Grandpa's team rain down bullets on them, completely flattening the half-dead ones. They finally reach the riverbank. Some of them get into a boat. The best part is that the boat keys are already in it. Now everyone is relieved. They've come all this way, escaping zombies and overcoming big problems. So they don't waste any time getting into the boat. They start the boat. Then they realize that in their excitement about getting the boat, they forgot to unchain it. Everyone's thinking that they messed up, but Grandpa composes himself and tells his grandsons that they have to save these seniors somehow. He doesn't just say it, he puts all his strength into it and jumps from the boat onto the land. As soon as he lands, he's non-stop shooting zombies and makes his way to where the chain is tied. Then he puts his gun down and starts pulling the chain. Just then, zombies surround him. Grandpa manages to unchain it. The zombies are even closer now and trying to bite him. Just then, Terry arrives and yells at the zombies to leave his grandpa alone and to fight his grandson instead. Andy also shows up and declares his challenge to the zombies. Katy indicates her relation to them and challenges the zombies to fight her too. This way, the whole team gathers there. But suddenly, the zombies start falling to the ground, one by one. The secret is that Grandpa is still alive and blowing them all away with his gun. Terry and his team, surprised that Grandpa is still alive, quickly shoot the remaining zombies like it's a free-fire game. Then they all jump back into the boat. As they're all escaping in the boat, Grandpa comments on having been called old, asking if they saw his jump and asserting that he's still young. Saying that, Grandpa picks up his gun and as the boat moves, shoots the head off a zombie standing on the ground. And that's where the movie ends. Give it a like, subscribe to the channel, see you in the next video.